Good morning, Hong Kong, and welcome back to another episode of Hong Kong Insurance 101. As it turns out, this is our 100th episode. If you've stuck with us for all 100 editions, many thanks, and hopefully you now know a little bit more about your insurance options in Hong Kong. This week, we're staying with home contents and looking at title protection insurance. According to Art Basel, billions of dollars worth of art changes hands each year, with virtually no public record existing to chronicle any of these transactions. Buyers rely on the honesty and reputation of the dealers and auction houses they are purchasing from, while sellers generally do not investigate who is being sold the works. Globally, there are very few regulations tracking the sale of art and the individuals, businesses, and groups involved in the art market. In some cases, you, as a collector, may assume that purchasing an item from a reputable dealer or auction house will protect you from the nefarious activities in the art world. For the most part, you would be correct, but purchases from galleries and auction houses carry their own risks. Whether you have purchased an item which was originally stolen or a work which is an outright forgery, there are very few guarantees when it comes to amassing a collection, which causes a pretty big concern. If you have paid a lot of money for an item from a dealer and the item turns out to be stolen or illegally acquired, and you are subsequently forced to relinquish that item, you're going to be facing a loss. That is, if you don't have title protection insurance. Title protection insurance protects you by reimbursing you for the amount you have paid to purchase an item that you are subsequently required by law to relinquish due to a vendor's defective or lack of title for the item purchased, or changes or encumbrances placed on the item prior to your purchase of which you are unaware. In addition to this, title defect insurance will also often cover legal costs incurred by the policyholder in defending any action brought against the policyholder in respect of a defective title or lack of a title claim. In many cases, this insurance coverage will only protect you against title defects stemming from purchases made at a credible or reputable auctioneer or dealer. As such, and for the benefit of illustration, many of the antique stores on Hollywood Road would not be considered to be reputable dealers and would not fall under the coverage provided by title insurance. Whether you're buying a Matisse painting from a globally renowned auction house, a meteorite from a private collector, or a bottle of wine, when it comes to the world of collecting, just getting started carries a risk. Unless you're an expert, and even then you're not immune, the items you are collecting, you're running the risk of acquiring an item that may not be exactly what was advertised. Even worse, depending on the collection, you run the risk of having your acquisitions taken away from you. From art stolen in World War II and more recent thefts, to items being used for criminal endeavors like money laundering or terrorism financing, because of the muddled waters present in the art world, it is often impossible to guarantee where any given item actually came from. Was your acquisition stolen by British troops from Ethiopia in 1868? Or was it a cultural item looted during World War II? Or perhaps it's a Native American artifact that is now being returned to its rightful owners. Because of the provenance of many old and valuable pieces cannot be authenticated, there is always the risk that as a current custodian of the piece, you may actually lose your possession of it if you don't have accurate and complete title information. That's us for this week. As always, we hope you have a happy and healthy weekend. Please remember to like and subscribe to stay tuned to all our content as it comes out, including next week's Hong Kong Insurance 101, episode 101. As always, don't forget to ask CCW. We're simplifying your insurance.